Right, hello everyone and welcome back to another film review. Sorry the lighting is very bad right now, but I am recording this at night just because I have just come back from seeing Wonder Woman 1984. So I will tell you what the reviews are because it came out on Wednesday, I believe, so I'll just read out the reviews, then I'll give you a quick overview of the film. I'm going to try and avoid, I can't tell you the whole plot obviously because the film's brand new, so I'll avoid leaving as many spoilers as possible. So it got 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 4 out of 5 on Games Radar. So that's all I'm going to need from that, but I'm just going to keep this here. Okay, so main plot of the story. It starts off with Diana, Wonder Woman, as a child doing some kind of like Amazonian Olympics. She cheats a little bit, so she gets stopped at the end before she wins, and she gets told she'll do something great at some point. Eventually, another woman comes in who's going to be the main villain of, well, one of the main villains of this, known as Chitara, but her character, oh, it doesn't, it just says Chitara on her, but her name's Barbara. She's like one of these nerdy girls, like glasses, can't control everything properly. Just one of those girls that you don't get noticed, the nerds, really, the nerds. So she's gonna end up becoming Chitara, and how do you do that? Well, there's this magic stone that's appeared, and it's basically like a wishing stone, but instead of like just granting your wishes, it comes with a price, so a monkey's paw. So Diana eventually touches the stone and makes a wish in her head for her old boyfriend Steve Trevor to come back, and he basically comes back in somebody else's body. And that's obviously that's not a spoiler because obviously you saw Steve Trevor was in the film, now you know how. That's how he comes back, and Barbara eventually wishes that she could be like Diana. So she get to have like super strength and all that general jazz to get noticed. The works. Now there's this guy called Maxwell Lord. He's on a TV presenter, but unfortunately for him, his oil industry did not go well. Nothing worked, nothing happened, nothing was working out for him. He was about to go bankrupt until he stole the stone from Barbara by trying to make out from her. He took it from her and made a wish to become the stone so he could grant people's wishes because he was now the stone. And he kept doing that. He had a son that he had to look after, and that will become important later in the film. But he eventually did that, and he used that power to basically get people to grant wishes that they wanted and take something from himself in the process. That's like the main bit of it. Eventually, Diana realizes that she's become weaker because of her wish, so she's losing her god powers essentially, because she's not able to, because she wished for Steve to be alive, and eventually they both realize that, and he has to try and convince her to eventually get back her powers by giving him up essentially. Now, here's why I don't want to spoil too much more of the film. Like, it is a great film, an incredible film, and not really much more I can say about this. The extra stuff I'll say there is that there was, in the beginning scene, there was this Amazonian woman who like defended all of the Amazons with this golden armor. It was an incredibly strong armor that she used, and that's a plot point in the film as well. Diana gains new abilities that she hasn't had before or hasn't used before as well, such as she's able to like she had an invisibility power that she used at one point, and she learned to fly. I'm gonna say that I feel like that'll be easier to say that she's able to fly now, has the ability to fly now. And that's a good source of it. So what do I think of it? I think it does definitely deserve high praise. It's a very long film. It says 2.5 hours here. Also, there's not really any end credit scene. There's like one brief end credit scene. So like after you see the first end credit scene, there's not a second one after. So if you're planning on watching it, you don't need to stay to the end. I think I'll save you some time by telling you that. Now, ooh, does it deserve? It definitely deserves a high rating. Do I think it's better than the first one? It has potential to be. I think, obviously, since I've just watched it, I'm gonna think it's better than the first one. A little bit. Let's give it an 8.4. I don't know why I gave the original, but I think this one deserves an 8.5 actually. Let's give it 8.5. Just because I think it very much deserves it. there's not really much else I can say about it. Other plot points, uh, Steve Trevor is very excited to be in 1984 because he's never seen anything like this. He's never seen the technology. He's so excited about the plane. They actually she actually lets him try and find a plane to fly again. There's a lot of different plot points. Obviously, I can't go too much into it. Eventually, Barbara does gain even more power because she wants even more power to become Chitara. And like this guy's just granting wishes, and he wants to basically try and control all satellites so he can grant every single person's wish if he can. And then the more wishes he grants, the more powerful he'll become. But yeah, that's about it. By the time you're watching this, it'll probably be Sunday anyway, so opening weekend will probably already be done. But if you didn't get time to watch it this weekend anyway, then hopefully I've talked you into going to see the film at some point. And if I haven't, oh well, it's your loss. It's a great film. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you for another film review probably next year. Until then, bye.